Thank you for tuning in to Gloves Off Seattle. Your hosts, Patti and Meagan, will be talking about all things Seattle women's hockey. A huge Pacific Northwest welcome to the PWHL. Gloves Off Seattle! Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.
Gloves Off Seattle.
It's been a weekend.
It has been.
Been a weekend, guys. So we are recording at 8 o'clock on Sunday night, and our listeners will know that that is my least favorite time to record. But we literally just got home from the Seattle game, so we have a bunch to talk about. So we put out an episode on Friday, bonus episode on Friday about last week's game, Wednesday night game. Against Ottawa Charged, which we won. It was a great game. And then we said which we did. We put out an episode Friday because we wanted to make sure we didn't have too much to talk about on this episode because we attended 2 games this weekend. So we are going to start, and don't worry for everybody who's just coming off the Seattle game. We will talk about it, but we are going to start with talking about the Montreal at Vancouver game, which is what we went to on Saturday. So
We went up to Canada.
We did. So we actually, Patti got off work at 7 a.m. and we literally got in the car after she got home and started driving for Canada. And we made it
3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, give or take. Like we were there for warm-ups. Yeah, so we got there before warm-ups, and yeah, it was
Got an ace parking space.
Yeah, we did. We got rockstar parking. We didn't even mean to. It was just one of those like, hey, can we park there moments? And the guy was like, sure, yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Yep.
Can you get out? I get out. Can you get out? But it was good. We met some people there, good friends.
Yeah, so we saw Avery, PWHL Source, shout out. We saw Ashton in Motion.
New
We
friends,
saw
Joey and Lisa.
Yes, your
Ava,
friends.
of course.
We saw Ava. Yeah,
365
Hockey Girl was there. Yeah, that's sadly, I'm just gonna, big hearts and love and hugs to the primary tenant twins. They were not there, and I think the rumor mill is that one of them was sick and the other one had to work. So anyway, we missed you. We wish you could have been there. It was a fun game.
It was fun because you were rooting for Montreal.
I was rooting for Montreal. Well, it was funny because we in our group chat, Brian, and Ava were asking like who are you guys rooting for, and both of us were like we don't know. And as soon as the first goal was scored, I was like, oh, I'm definitely rooting for Montreal.
You said it before the first goal though.
I said I thought I would. I said I thought I would root for Montreal, but nothing against the Goldeneyes. They're a great team.
No,
it was fun.
I said I would, I feel like they're our sister team, obviously. And
For sure.
I've said more than once that I would root for them as long as they're not playing us. And I did end up rooting for them. And I think that was even because Montreal scored first and Montreal looked great. Montreal looked really good. And Marie-Philippe Poulin, MPP, I'll call her.
Or you can call her Pooh. I think people call her Pooh.
Yeah, I'm not going to call her Pooh. Oh, and we met the TikToker. That reminds me, the Poo Poo something girl.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
In Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the thing, guys. If you meet us and you tell us your name, it's about 50-50.
If we remember, because my brain is chock full and it's getting more stuff is getting stuffed in there all the time. And
Patti does a really good job. I will give a shout out to my wife, Patti. She'll throw a message in she'll put it someplace written down because that is the way that I remember names. Like I can remember you. I can remember your face. I will always remember your face because it's funny because your friends, I still can't remember the name with the dog.
Oh, Cody and Lisa.
Cody and Lisa. As soon as they walked up to us, I was like, oh yeah, I remember exactly what they look like. But it was like, I just like their names. I still can't remember their names, Cody and Lisa. Anyway. Yeah, Vancouver, great. It was a great crowd. They had about 12,000 people there. So, very full, very full Pacific Coliseum. Someone actually said we should we should do a review of Pacific Coliseum, and we have some thoughts.
It was better this time. There was no standing water in the bathroom.
So the so we this is our second time up to Pacific Coliseum because of the, our inaugural game between Vancouver and Seattle. And yeah, the bathrooms, the women's rooms, I can't speak about the men's rooms because I wasn't in there, but the women's room, there was
It was a little sloppy.
standing water on the floor, and it was weird. And you're like, where is this water coming from? Like, this is
Like, what
odd.
is this
Yeah,
water?
like we live in the Pacific Northwest and we're used to water everywhere, but like water on the floor of the bathroom, yeah, no, that's weird. Um, anyway, so the only thing, I think the only downside, because it's an older arena, being someone who has a little bit longer legs, there's no leg room
There's
in
no
those
leg
seats,
room.
and I'm literally like my
And then
knees.
those people got up and like were letting us go in front of them, and there wasn't room to pass when they even got up. But I'm sorry, your knees. I interrupted you.
No, no, no. My knees were banging and against the seat in front of me. And it's just, I mean, it's odd because I feel like Climate Pledge, like there's a lot of room. Like I feel like we have a lot, and not even just because of where we sit. I just feel like there's plenty of room,
There's a little more room.
It's a newer, actually, I don't know that it's a newer arena, but it's been remodeled.
Come up, and there's cup holders.
Yeah,
No
that's the
cup
other thing. No
holders.
cup holders. It was really funny. We sat down, we had food and I had a coffee and
It's been great.
I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And the lady that was sitting on the other side of Patty was like, I can hold your coffee for you. And I was like, you're not a
What?
cup holder. I was like, thank you for the offer. That's very sweet. But I was like, no, no, that is not necessary. I can balance. I can make this happen.
They were very nice. They were Canadian nice because even the guy in front, when he backed up, like he would have been sitting forward and he backed up and I guess my hand, because it was very
Yeah,
close.
it's very
And
close.
my hand was in his space and he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, you're sorry that you took up your seat that you paid for? What are you sorry for?
That's
So
funny.
yeah, it was very cool. And the people next to us were really nice.
Oh yeah,
Kid.
there was a family sitting next to. So this is the thing, is that if you guys were watching the broadcast, we were on the broadcast because we were sitting next to a family, and it was a mom and a dad, and I think that was a little girl, it was a daughter and a friend, according to what the broadcast said, is that wasn't, but that both of those girls weren't theirs, but one of them was theirs and one of them was a friend, and that it was their first PWHL game, first and foremost. They came from Col oh shoot.
Edmonton.
No, they're from Edmonton,
Oh.
but they live in Kelowna now. That's it. They
Oh.
live in Kelowna now, which is well, I don't know. From here, it's like 5 hours. So like maybe it's only like 3 hours or 2 hours
From there.
from
Is that in
Vancouver.
Canada?
It is in
Oh,
Canada.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
cute.
like, is it Washington?
No, no, no. No, one of the
Oh, yeah, one of my
WHL
friends.
well, yes, one of our friends lives there, but one of the WHL, Patsy lives there, but also the we're just having one conversation, guys. Anyway, there's a WHL team there too. I can't think of
Oh,
what
yeah,
the
yeah,
name is.
yeah. Yeah, I know. I know.
Anyway, but long story short, the gentleman played in college with Chevry,
The coach of
the coach of the Victoire, and the lady, the
the wife.
wife, the mom, was on the Canadian national team and had played with oh, who did they say that she had played with?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's on the broadcast, but then she had coached somebody too, is what they said. So anyway, long story short, they were obviously like, as everyone in Canada is, they were like hockey royalty sitting next to us. It was pretty cool. And it was just fun. It was fun to see the little girls get really excited. So
Very fun.
yeah. So for those that don't know, the Victoire ended up winning. It wasn't a blowout or anything like that. It was, they were it was a little back and forth, and it was a very fun game. Yeah, you're looking at the wrong. I'm looking at the stats. We said we weren't going to do play by play. We weren't going to go play by play for that game, just because, we have so much to talk about the Seattle game, but we did want to just talk about the experience, and that it was, even though I was cheering for the away team, I would stand up and dance to Let's Get Loud when Vancouver scored. It was really funny. The photographer that was in front of us was snapping pictures. I'm like, oh gosh,
They're gonna turn up on
it's embarrassing.
PWHL
PWHL
site
site, I'm
somewhere.
sure, somewhere, me dancing.
Yeah. She
Um,
was wearing her Barbie,
mm.
our game, our rules shirt.
Yes.
I was wearing my
Jailbreak.
jailbreak.
Yeah. So we were, what did Brian call us? Generic PWHL fans.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
we were. And he said, he gave me a hard time. Oh yeah, we got to click. Brian, he gave me a hard time because I was wearing a lot of purple, and he was like, purple is frost colors. And I'm like,
Not
never,
wrong.
never. Purple is the PWHL
Okay.
colors. It is a different purple. It is a much more red tinted purple than the frost purple. The frost is more blue.
Okay.
Wow, I have to defend myself. I'm not a Frost fan. That's a whole another.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
We're not gonna
podcast.
have
We're
yeah,
not going to get
we're
into
not
that
gonna get
right
into that
now.
right now. But we already talked about how we've deemed that, Coral the villain in our story, but there's
Cruella de Vil.
Corella.
You're going to post that again, aren't
I
you?
probably will. I'll probably post it all season. Every time she does something I don't like, I'll be like, "Pff, and this, Corella."
All right,
Okay.
so we drove home.
Well, okay, yeah. So that's the other thing. So the game, so that was it was a noon game, so over by 3, and then we actually took Ava back to the train station. Not that we're jerks, and this sounds really mean, but like Patty had to sleep in the car, guys, because she worked the night before, and we were coming home so she could go to work again. So yes, to have some quiet in the car for her to sleep. We anyway. Ava took the bus, but we dropped her off at the train station, and it was nice to get to spend a few minutes with her and just kind of debrief after the game, and just, hear her opinions and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it was a fun game. And the crowd I mean, like, I really like the crowd in Vancouver. I mean, I like the
So
crowd in
excited.
Seattle, like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's funny because it's like now I'm like I want to go to other PWHL,
Except Minnesota.
yeah, I'm not going to Minnesota, but any place besides Minnesota, I want to go, just to experience what their fandom is like.
Mm.
And yeah. So anyway, my hands are
Your hands are
warm. I
warm.
know.
Thanks for grabbing my hand, babe.
Patty's really cold right now. She forgot to take a jacket. So okay.
Okay,
So
let's
anyway,
go
so we
today.
drove home. We drove home,
I worked all night.
and then yeah, and then Patty took like a 2-hour nap or not even, and then got up and went to work last night, and then came home, and I was like, okay, I have to get this woman some sleep. So she went directly to bed, and then
Was making breakfast for me. I eat breakfast and then go to bed, so my meals are all messed up. But she made breakfast for me and then I
yeah.
went to bed.
Yes. And so I was then like, okay, we had to do, and for those that follow us on social media, we did a split screen, not really split screen, a transition
Before and after. Yeah.
fit check, because I was in my PJs when she got home,
Harry Potter
my
onesie.
Harry Potter onesie. And then I changed, obviously, I put them in. If you're watching now, I still have my makeup on from the game. So, yeah, anyway. Um, but then, yes, so Patty got some sleep a little bit, not a lot. She's dragging, guys. And then I headed up to the game to do the pregame presser with O'Rourke, and that was actually really good. So we're on to today. So we're on to Seattle versus who do we play?
Wait,
The Fleet,
Boston.
Boston. Yeah. So had
Hillary
it,
Knight's whole team.
yeah, Hillary Knight's whole team. We were talking about all
And
the and
Brownie and
Brownie
Schroeder.
and Lexi and no,
Yeah.
not Schroeder. Schroeder was Siren.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Schroeder, Lexi.
Anyway, so we have a bunch of people who are in the fleet, but long story short, I was really curious about number one, who was going to be our starting goalie, because we'd seen 2 games with Schroeder and we'd seen 2 games with Murphy. So, and I'm like, okay, so do we have a 1A, 1B situation now? And that's what I asked. I was like, are we having a 1A, 1B situation now? And coach said
Coach said,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah. He did. He agreed. He said that that's definitely what he feels like is going. And it was this. I'm paraphrasing what he said, and you can go. Well, I'll post it. I haven't yet, but I'll post it tonight on YouTube so people can watch the pregame and postgame interviews. But what he said is that it's almost an embarrassment of riches, because he feels like Murphy is an excellent goalie and has proven herself now in 2 games, and that she is in a really good position to learn the, longevity, professionalism, everything that
Schroeder
That
possesses.
Karine brings to the table, because she's been in the league for longer. And he piled onto that, which was great, and even said CJ's doing really great, and that they've been working on some things in practice that he feels like they're doing, they're improving to a way. And so he's like, even if someone gets hurt, we still have a deep bench. And I feel like this is what we were talking about in the group chat yesterday when we were saying, are we going 1A, 1B with the goalies, is that it's like we have a deep bench now, which
Mhm.
is
A
that
luxury.
it is a luxury to have a deep goalie bench. So
Yeah.
okay, so that was pregame, and then you couldn't get the tickets pulled up
We have to
either.
fix that, by the way. Still cannot get them pulled up.
Mm.
But anyway, life happened. My wife came and saved me, my hero, and got us in the building just in time for our youngest to get to the bathroom. So no accidents were had.
Yeah. Yeah, so the oldest and I went down, and we stood for warm-ups, and our youngest was not having it. He did not want to go down for warm up. So Patty took the bullet on that one and took him to our seats.
Yeah.
But the oldest and I, we were it was funny, we were standing and we need to learn that security guard's name. You know who this, the
They
security
came all
guard?
the time. Was it the
No, no,
same
the
one?
same one. Because she was like, see you on Tuesday. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Or
okay.
they were see you on Tuesday. Sorry. I shouldn't genderfy anybody. But it was funny because they pointed up at where the net hits the glass, and there was a puck that was stuck up.
Was it an official warm-up puck?
It was.
Oh,
There was a puck that I didn't even see it go up there, but there was a puck that and we got down a few minutes late, but there it was a puck that was stuck up there, and we're looking at it, and our oldest is like trying to like rattle the glass to see if it'll move and fall down, and it wasn't, and finally there was some people that were standing in the tunnel. They went and got a stick, and then they jammed it out, and then they gave it to him. So yep, I don't know who that puck came from. I don't know how it got
meant to
there,
be
but it
our
was,
oldest.
yes, but our oldest now has two official warm-up pucks. So. Yeah. Okay, so then we get to our
It
seats.
was indigenous
It
people.
was Indigenous Peoples Night. Yep, so we get to our seats. There was a beautiful art display.
Beautiful art display
Yeah.
and wonderful songs and
Yeah, so they did it before they sang the national anthem. They did
native
some kind of
song.
traditional song, which was gorgeous. And then and then they had someone from the Cowlitz tribe, I think,
Hmm.
sing the national anthem. Am I remembering that correctly?
Fish is her last name. Was it Susan?
I don't remember. Anyway, but yes, beautiful. She had a beautiful voice. It was
Mm.
great.
Oh, the one who sang. No, the one who dropped the puck was Fish.
Oh yeah, so then and she was a former
She's an
athlete.
athlete,
I
and
don't know, maybe
she,
she was
yeah,
College Tribe. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I don't know, but she works a lot with the murdered and missing women of
Oh yeah.
Indigenous, and she's amazing, does great work, and has visibility in that realm that is just really needed.
So you need to talk about the puck drop because I wasn't there.
Yeah, so puck drop. So Miss Fish dropped the puck, and the announcer is like, "Okay, let's have the captains come out and for the ceremonial puck drop." And of course, I knew who was starting because they had announced it, and our captain was on the ice because Hillary started that the first line started, and she did not move a muscle, and I was like, "That's interesting." And two players from the bench, I don't know who came out for Boston. But from our bench, Bucky came out, Michaela Grant Metis.
Mentis.
Grant
Hmm.
Mentis came out, who is Indigenous,
Yeah.
and I applauded left and right. I think that was a wonderful call to have her take that ceremonial face off. And I'm sure Hillary had something to do with that because I mean they called for captains and did not
Yeah.
move muscle. So
Yeah.
cheers. That was very well done.
Yeah. And I missed it
Yeah.
because I think I was in the
You were
bathroom.
getting ice cream.
Oh, I was getting ice
Ice cream for
cream.
the kids.
Ice cream for the kids.
Yeah.
That has now become their first period want. They
Hmm.
always are like, okay, when's the ice cream coming? I'm like, okay, let me go get it.
Yeah. So first period, they scored early, right?
They did. They
Yeah,
scored
4 minutes in,
yeah,
almost 5
4 minutes
minutes
in. Hmm.
in. And it was a pinball goal. It was careened four times before it finally went past Green. And yeah, took a little air out of the building. But
Yes.
the second goal was sad.
Why
I
was it
love a
sad?
heartbreak goal. I love a jailbreak goal,
Okay, I was like,
but
why
not
was it
against
sad?
us. Like
Okay.
that was the first jailbreak goal that we had given up. And it was like with 2 seconds left, right? Five
Yeah.
seconds left. And it just took a lot of air out of the building.
Yeah. And I will say this, like I've said this and I will continue to say it, is that the last two games before tonight, the team looked like they were communicating better. I mean, maybe not even 2 games ago, because 2 games ago was where they pulled it out at the very end, and that was a little bit of a struggle. But
Hmm.
like the game against the Charge,
They really
it
looked good.
felt like a different team. Like I was like, oh, okay, this is it. Like they're communicating, like passes, like and it felt like we took some steps back tonight as far as communication, and coach
Coach did
confirmed
that
that
in the press room,
in the in
post
post
game.
game. So yeah, it was one of those frustrating.
Yeah, very physical, and it wasn't mutually physical, as coach also said. We were on the backside of that physicality tonight, and that did not
Mhm.
feel good.
Yeah.
And Bugs, I hope you're okay. Hope you're doing okay. Took a
Yeah.
hard hit today.
Well, and that's the thing is that our friends, shout out Bahar and Nate, came and chatted with us during second intermission
Happy
after,
birthday, Nate.
yeah, happy birthday, Nate, after Bugs went down. And they said, because they were sitting right behind the bench, is that she got hit, came, sat down on the bench, went back out, and then got hit
And took the other
again.
hit and
And
came
that's
back and
what
hit.
finally, yeah. And
Took
I
it.
feel like she's been kind of milking an injury, maybe even since the beginning of the season. So
Oh, before the Ottawa game, coach said she was churning like never before
yeah.
and back on it. But
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, so she had to be walked off the ice, just hoping that she's okay,
yeah,
and we'll
we love you,
see.
Bugs.
Yeah, we love you, and just hope you're okay. So
Yeah, very physical game.
it was a very physical game. Boston took some penalties. We took Gosling took a high sticking penalty. And the first, I mean, they just, well, I shouldn't say they dominated. They dominated more than the first because I mean, they outshot us. I mean, they were outshooting us like 2-1 easy in the first. And
Yeah.
so
And there was no scoring in the second,
no,
but the shots were 2-1 most of the game, if not
yeah,
more than that. So
yeah,
they just seemed to be getting the better end of the physicality, the better end of the shots, the better end of the hits, the better end of the. It was like every time they got the puck, they were going forward with it. It felt like the entire second period was played in front of us because we were there where the first period the Torrent are shooting towards us, and the second period the Torrent are at the far end. And the second period, it felt like they were just in our offensive zone the entire time.
yeah,
Our defensive zone.
yeah.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, it was a rough game.
It was, it was. Uh, so,
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was.
the game
The
winning
jailbreak
goal
goal
was
was
the
the
game
game-winning
winning goal.
goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I know I saw that too. I was like, wait, game winning goal. I was like, oh yeah, I
yeah,
guess
it
that's
was.
true. So yeah, so second period, I think that, the hit on Bugs is probably the thing to talk about from
I don't want
second
to say
period.
highlight, but that was
No,
the
I
that
mean,
was
but
the
that was
event of
that
the
was the event of
second.
the second period. And I think again, like just from what coach said after the game, even the players, because Emily Brown and Kareen Schroeder came out and talked after the game. Just, I think they just it felt like it was off. Like it wasn't clicking like it had before. And so I don't know what's happened over the last, 5 days, however long it's been since we played, 4 days. Jeez,
Yeah,
not very long. But yeah, like it didn't feel like it was clicking in the way that it had. So,
we'll work
um,
on it.
oh, 100%. And I think that that's the thing that I really appreciate about Coach too, is that he's just like, yep, got stuff to work on, like gonna get back to work, gonna get back to work, And so it's encouraging to hear him, just be encouraged by it. So
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, I think he's just, this is growth, like this is what growth looks like, and it might be, two steps forward and one step back. So
Yeah.
okay, so then what happened? Second intermission. Okay, so first intermission, we finally met Chris's wife, Carrie.
Carrie, yes, thank you. We're not going to forget that ever again.
And Angie did bring us more
Oh, she's so sweet.
more friendship bracelets. So we got
Mhm.
another set of friendship bracelets from Angie. I don't know what the juju was that was off tonight. Maybe it was because our little one didn't want to go down for warm-ups. I'm kind of blaming him for the juju being off tonight. I'm not blaming him for the juju. Like
It's
you
like,
should see
wait,
Patty's
what?
face. No, I'm just like, what was different? What was different about tonight? Oh, oh, dang it! I said his name again. I said I wasn't gonna do it.
Go beep it out.
I will bleep it out. But our little one didn't want to come down for warm-ups, and so I
But we
don't
were
know.
late. We were late. Everything was off. When my tickets wouldn't open up, it felt just off all night. But we forgot to say that when Bahar painted this, she's the artist of this painting.
Oh yeah, our friend.
I was
Oh
just thinking
yeah.
about all the people that visited us
Oh yeah,
tonight.
yeah. So Bahar and her husband Nate, they were there tonight. It was their first PWH, well, first torrent game. I think they went to take over tour, but it was their
Mm.
first torrent game.
And their son scored his first goal
Oh
tonight.
yeah, and their son, yeah,
Jeez.
in his Pee Wee League, or Junior Kraken,
Yes,
yes,
Junior
Junior
Kraken,
Kraken. He scored his first goal today. But yes, she is the
artist who painted
artist.
DJ.
Yes, painted DJ that sits behind us. For those not watching, for those listening, I hope that you know that there is a huge goalie painting that sits behind us that is in torrent colors, and that is was so graciously given to us by Bahar, and she is a wonderful artist. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
check her out.
just a nice human.
And a very nice human for sure.
And then we
Yeah.
also met Harper at the
Harper
end of
was
the
so
game.
Harper came up at the end of the game. Are we not going to talk about third period?
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about the third period.
Okay. So, and then we'll talk, well, and well, I mean, shout out Harper. Harper
Yeah.
gave us stickers and we gave her a bracelet. It was fun to me. It's really fun meeting people. We love to, we love to meet people. We love to connect with people. So always, always, always come say hi to us. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, I just feel weird." I'm like, we're weird people. Like, don't get me wrong. And most of the time, especially if the kids are with us, like I'm like, wrangling a child. So, you're just gonna catch me in the middle of that. So anyway, let's talk about the third period.
Okay. So no score in the second. Third period, it started I better. I mean, it I don't know.
Well, I felt like we maybe had a little bit more control over our possessions.
Hmm.
And then about halfway
Good
through,
chances.
yeah, and then about halfway through, Hillary Knight got thrown in the penalty box.
It was interference.
It was
I
interference.
mean, the girl she hit, the woman she hit did not have the puck.
Yeah,
And it was a nice hit, but it just was a little bit illegal.
yeah. And then they immediately scored a
Scored.
goal.
Yeah. Won the face-off, scored the goal, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing that I want to talk about that happened was Jesse Eldridge scored her first goal. Why are you laughing like that?
I'm not laughing. I'm just like, yep, she scored the goal. I was in the bathroom with our little
Oh
one.
yeah. Oh, I forgot we have to tell that story. Yeah. So it's what, 2 minutes? I mean, let's see. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
like
was
2 minutes till the end, and the little one is like, okay, I've got to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, I had just taken the big one to the bathroom. So Patty was like, okay, I'll take this one for the team. And I'm like, okay. So she goes, and then of course, yeah, Jesse Eldridge scores.
so I couldn't high five anyone. And
And I
somebody
was
at the bottom of our at the bottom of our stairs was wearing a Zegras, um,
Flyers,
yeah,
a
Flyer
Flyers
Zegras
Zegers. And so
jersey.
for
And
those that don't pay attention to the NHL, Trevor Zegers used to be a Duck, and he used to be an Anaheim Duck. He was actually great. He
he
was
was
great. Him and
beloved.
McTavish
Yeah.
were ridiculously
Yeah.
geeky together. Um,
And now he's just lighting it up in
yeah,
Philadelphia.
so he got traded to Philadelphia, and so there was somebody in the front of our section that had
That I
not
would,
only had a Flyers jersey on, but had a Zegers Flyers jersey on,
yeah. And
and that's where you
I wanted to
start.
go down. Yeah, I go down and I would have started high fiving with him,
So
but
anyway, so
I didn't see it. Tell me all about the goal, babe.
nope.
No, tell me.
I,
I
d-
want to
I
know.
don't know.
You don't
I
know?
wasn't paying that close of attention.
Oh,
And we have not had time to watch the highlights.
highlights or
So
anything.
yeah, so I'm gonna not lie and sit here and pretend like I
Good
saw what
goal,
happened.
Jesse. I'm glad.
I
Go
so
Pink Scrunchies.
okay, so here's the deal. Well, and it was like in the moment, I was like, should I go run the stairs? And I was like, I was in number one, I was in heels, and I was like, I'm gonna fall. Like, I don't want. It's like no, and I was so deflated because it's like I know we're not gonna win. And anyway, I'm very excited that Jesse Eldridge got her first goal. I'm sorry that I didn't. We will rewatch highlights after this. We will at some point because I'll want to see the goal. I want to see how it went in. But the interesting thing is that is the line that I feel like Coach Steve has his eye on elevating, and so he knows he can't just depend on our first line. Like, and that's the cool thing is he's like, and he said pregame, was it pregame?
I think it's post game that they have a vision, or he has a vision for them. That
Well, but he also said
tells
if
Lexi that.
Eldridge, yeah, but he's also like if Jesse can get a goal, like if that line can get a goal, it's going to open up everything. And so I'm just interested, and sadly it was at the end of the game, right? So we don't know like
Minute to go.
yeah, we don't know like what's going to happen, but I mean we do well, we've got 2 days till our next game. So we will see them play again. But I think that I think it's I know it was a very defeating night. Like it was a hard loss because they played hard till the very end, as our team
Hmm.
does. I will
Hmm.
say that
No give up.
they do not give up. They don't, and obviously they scored a goal within the last minute of the game. Like
Yeah.
they don't give up. Um, but I think that what they have to work on is they can't depend on the first line
Yeah.
to score for them every single time.
No.
And like we've said it
That's
before
one.
here, like Lexi Agia is working hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Big
hard,
hunger, girl.
yeah, to get something in. And obviously, same Jesse Eldridge, who is Bucky
Turdackney.
Ocean
Yeah.
Vacney.
Bucky.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
we see you guys working really hard. And so I just my hope is that it will start connecting and then all of our lines will become lethal. Like that's what we need to see. And it's not just a Knight Gosling Carpy, combination goal. And but Bilka, I mean, I guess Bilka is the third on that line
Yeah.
and on the Eldridge Aegea line.
Hmm.
So anyway.
Yeah. She's awesome too. I
Anyway,
love our team. I really
I
do.
do too. I think that I'm sure it was a hard night. I wonder, I would like to be a fly on the wall and hear some of the players that used to be part of the fleet talk about what that was like, what it was like going in, what it was like playing them, and then, at the end, because it was a very physical game. And
Mhm.
I love me some Zoe Boyd, but man, I don't like playing against her. I'm just gonna put that out there. She's a very physical presence on the
Yeah.
ice, and I was like, oh, there was a couple points I was like, effing Zoe Boyd. I was like, get out of
She
here.
did not say effing in the arena, I'll tell you that.
And I love Zoe Boyd. I love as a person, as a personality. I love her. I just don't want to play. I don't like playing against her. Jeez Louise. Anyway, um, yeah. So it was a hard loss after coming off of two wins, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think the big story right now is now that this game is over and nothing we can't change the past, just moving on, is that we have a game in 2 days on Tuesday night. So this is our fifth game, home game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Over the last
Fifth?
couple weeks. I
No,
don't
this
know.
is
It's
our
been
game. This is
yeah.
game five,
Yeah.
so four.
No, I think this is this was game 5 tonight.
Right. And we had one in Vancouver
Oh yeah,
the week
yeah. So
before.
yeah,
So
so
it'll be our fifth.
fifth, it'll be our fifth home game
Yeah.
that they're playing on Tuesday night. So we play the Victoire on Tuesday night. The Victoire just beat the Goldeneyes. We saw
You
that.
think they're hanging out in Seattle right now?
They probably are.
Yeah.
My
Well,
guess
they're not
is
going to fly home, right?
no, no. I'm sure they didn't go
Yeah.
home.
Well, if you're walking around Seattle this weekend, make sure you look for those Victoire people.
Yeah, yeah.
Say hi.
But I just, I guess to me, it's like, them coming in from a win and us coming in from a loss. Like, I just hope that we can mentally prepare ourselves to, just move on and play the next game. So,
Every faith.
what else do we need to talk about from tonight?
Hmm.
Harper.
Oh yeah, we talked about Harper.
Yeah, and there was another woman who came up who just like ran past us, love the podcast as she was running out of the. I was
Mhm.
like, stop and
Thank
say
you.
your name.
Yeah. And yeah, we love conversations. Just have a little
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
We really
yeah,
do.
yeah. I get it though, because like that was like as everyone was streaming out as well. So,
And I was coming back from the bathroom like, I know I'm going the wrong way. I know I'm going the wrong way. I just need to get down here. Everyone and their mother's coming out and I needed to get down.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
I think I'm complete.
Okay. Last words.
Last word tonight is bed. I need to get to bed. I am working all night again tonight.
I was like, you're going to bed now. Okay.
I
This is new.
Yeah.
This is news to me, guys. I didn't realize that this is what we were pushing for. That's why she was like, sit down. Let's start recording right now. I'm like, okay. Jeez. Pushy, pushy. No, you're tired. I know. What else?
I pink scrunchie. Way to go, Jesse.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your first goal.
Yes.
Even in the midst of a loss, it has to feel a little good. So we're proud of you.
Yeah.
Hope you're proud of yourself.
Yeah. Very proud of our team. It was a hard game, but nobody quit.
Mm-mm.
No, they played hard and yeah, it eventually is going to start clicking 100% all the time. And I think that that's what
It's gonna be exciting.
yeah, it just takes playing together more and other teams have had that luxury. Maybe not everybody on the team, but the core, there's, a lot of them have had cores that have played together for 2 years now. And so
Yeah.
we got to get there. So, okay, guys. Well, I don't know what the schedule is for this week. We haven't decided yet, but we have a game on Tuesday night. I don't think we're probably going to try and wait till the weekend to record because we generally, that it goes out of our head too quickly if we do that. So
It's also Christmas.
it is also Christmas, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to make any promises, but maybe there'll be an extra episode this week too.
Ooh,
I said I'm not making any promises. I said
but it's
maybe.
out there now.
It is out there, so we'll see what happens. I just don't think I can't imagine waiting until Monday to talk about a game that happened the previous
Yeah,
Tuesday.
that's hard.
So, especially since there's a game on Sunday next week too. I know Patty's head is reeling right now because I have the schedule in my head and I
She
have an
does.
idea of what I want to do. I just haven't I
No,
haven't
she has an idea of what she wants to wear. That's where her ideas have come.
I already have my outfit planned out. I'm saying like the game that's in Dallas on Sunday. Like I've
Mm.
already thought about like when I want to talk about that and release
Oh,
episode
okay.
anyway.
All right.
Okay, married podcasting guys. We need to put Patty to bed for 10 minutes before she has to go to work tonight. So we're gonna stop recording now. But yeah, it was awesome seeing everybody tonight. Come out on Tuesday night if you can, if you're able. And I'm sure it'll be a fun
Come say
time.
hi.
Come say hi to us too.
All right.
Back of section 7. Okay, that's
Bye.
it. Bye-bye. And that's the show. Tune in next time for another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.